Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears! A couple of episodes ago I said in the next episode we go over our equipment, and we didn't. Last time I said I'd already have my equipment on, and I don't, but don't worry, we're actually going to get there. Now, as for Kana here, I have defeated her 5 times in the game of Speed in a row. After you beat her the first time, she gives you one of the dolls. I'll go over it in a moment. After you defeat her 5 times in a row, you get another one. But in order for this to work, every time you defeat her, she asks if you want to continue, and you have to say yes, and you have to beat her 5 times in a row, no saving. So with save states, not too difficult. Without save states, hard. But anyway, after defeating her, we get an Ellie Jr. doll. The first one I got was probably an Esmeralda, or an Emeralda doll. Let's take a look here. Can I equip any of them on... Well, there's the Emeralda doll, which of course doesn't tell you what it does. Most of the dolls are kind of BS and they don't really tell you what they do. The Ellie doll randomly makes your ether stat either minus 50% or plus 50%. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's this one anyway. I don't know why you would use that. There are some more junior dolls we can get, but some of them are only available in certain places. So with that being said, we've now done everything we can here in the Snowfield Hideout. We will be coming back here once or twice, but until then, this, I believe, is the way out. There we go, and as you can see, we're at the bottom of the map there. Now, there are a few things we can do at this point in the game. Gears are recommended, but we'll actually be coming back here because there's something else I'd want to pick up before doing stuff there. First and foremost, let's head over here. The dot to the furthest bottom right there is one of the Anima relic dungeons. We could actually see it ahead of time before the world map completely changed, but we couldn't do anything with it yet, and of course we've already been in the Anima relic dungeons, but we can go back to them. And this should look familiar. This is where we started Disc 2. Coming back here at this point in the game does have two advantages really. The first of which, there he is. There we go. Yeah. This body can't survive unless it breathes the air here. I guess that's part of what allowed you to stay alive so long? Anyway. We get a manly mantle and a goddess robe. Both of which are quite useful. Alright, now that we've done that, there's a couple things we can do around here, but before doing that, well, one thing really, I would like to go into the, where is it? The ship there. And there's a few things we can do in the ship. Yes, we still have access to the ship. They haven't changed that. Why does the ship take so long to launch, though? Now, let's head in here. We can finally go and change our party around. First and foremost, let's talk to Sigurd here. He's going to initiate long dialogue, so if I do it now, then I can do other parts of this backtracking off screen. Yeah. Sounds about right. Same strategy we used in Final Fantasy X. You know, make a hole, go in. Good enough. Please be very careful. It's not like you have a map or anything like that. Yes, I have a map. And yes, it's helpful. Because this final dungeon is confusing as balls. Didn't it already take everything you have? What's up, Bart? I think Faye said multiple times at this point that he's going to find a way to do it where he can save her and defeat Davis. Of course, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but we'll roll with it. That's fine. Since we were talking to Melchior there, and he was talking about living longer and all that stuff, might as well bring this up now. I'm not sure if they ever talk about it in-game or if it's something I read from Perfect Works or whatever it is, but the way that the people of Shavat and some of the people in Solaris were able to live as long as they were was due to Krellian's research into nanotechnology. And yeah, so he was the one who was able to allow everyone to live by basically putting nanotechnology into specific people for specific reasons. When it comes to himself, obviously we've kind of seen that he's mostly nanomachines and can heal himself, so that's part of why he's done that to himself. He's also the one that's been working on that, or was working on that, to keep Cain alive. Of course, no, we'll do that later. Of course, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the grand scheme of things considering what we know about his choices, but at the same time, that probably helped him get close to Emperor Cain. Mazen's still over there. He's not doing anything particularly interesting, so we'll just ignore him for the moment. What do you have to say? Let's see. She's holding a note. Even though she's gotten to the point where she talks at this point, she still has this note. Anyway, basically, this just goes over Billy's gun ammo thing again, if you're interested. Anyway, we're counting on you. Well, quit saying weird stuff. Sorry. You're right. Well, you'll make it back. When you come back, I'm going to, well, I just thought maybe I could be closer to you, you know. She knows exactly what she's saying. She's just struggling to get it out. Or she's just kidding. I think she was fishing to see his reaction at this point, but that's just me. Anyway, I don't see Choo-Choo anywhere. Where'd she go off to? Change party members. Yes. I'm going to go through a bunch of my characters and basically just set everyone up with the appropriate thing, the appropriate stuff, but let's just see what everyone's got on. Basically, if it's not black leather and a black helmet, I don't want them to have it on. I won't do all this off screen or on screen there for you. But let's just leave that alone for the moment. I'll do the rest of that stuff, you know, off screen. And one thing is Choo-Choo is missing, and if you go to select her in the change character command thing, you actually can't do that. So we need to head over here for one final scene in here, and then we can actually get outside. No, I didn't want to go to that one. Oh well. There we go. Center of the camera so it's better. Now, this is where Ellie's gear used to reside. Why is there a very large Choo-Choo there? And of course we have to play the Choo-Choo's theme, most definitely. Yeah, we could look at the gear, but in order to proceed we need to do this. Huh? This is Choo-Choo. Why are you here? Sounds like a good idea. I think I'll take you up on that. No. Well, that's nice. They actually gave Choo-Choo a little bit of character development. But not a whole lot. This is pretty much the extent of Choo-Choo's character development outside of the events at Shivat when she gains her tall form to begin with and she joins. That's about it. let's go back to the room. Margie seemed worried. Okay, and now Choo-Choo is able to come back into your party, but once we got to this point in the game, she actually wasn't. So I'm gonna remove stuff from characters, equip characters with what I want, and then I will meet you outside in a very specific battle around the area of Melchior's little house there, the hermit hideaway-like thing. Okay, we're back. Now, this is one of the rarest encounters in the entire game. This, assuming I'm not talking up my ass and remembering a different enemy, is the Slugger. One of the rarest encounters, and for very good reason. He doesn't have a normal drop, or he doesn't have a rare drop, one or the other. Either way, the only drop he has a 0% chance of dropping, unless, of course, you have the trader card, because that will make whatever slot that's in, I can't remember off the top of my head, at 100% instead of 0%. Now, he takes 1 damage, I think, from normal attacks. So if you use Death Blow, okay, maybe not. Maybe this is the wrong enemy I'm thinking of. Either way, I think this is the one that I'm talking about, and if it is, then once you kill this guy, and I think he's only got like 50 HP, you get the almighty speed shoes. Yes, we can actually farm these. It's an incredibly rare encounter, surprisingly. Like, I've taken half an hour with fast forward to find this guy once before. This time, it was the 3rd battle I ran into, so I'm happy about this. I need to farm 1 more of these for a total of 3, because I already got 1 in the last episode. As far as gear goes, this is the stuff that I have equipped on everyone, so let's just kind of go over that. The hero's costume is probably the highest defense for male characters that we have at this point in the game, and your defense goes down if an ally is KO'd, but if they're not KO'd, it's super high, so unless somebody dies, that's not a problem. He won't be the one using that for too long. I do need to get 1 more item, and then I'll switch some stuff around. King's Helmet is the best headgear that we can get at this point. He has a wizardry ring just long enough so that he can get his final edition. And over here, we have the Slayer Robe, which we got from the Alpha Weltall fight. I think it is about the 2nd strongest male-only equipment that we can get at this point. The Golden Vest, which is better. We actually got that from another fight. It's better than, what is it we were equipping before? The Black Leather, as you can see there, 32 versus 18. And that can be equipped by everyone, the Golden Vest, but the Slayer Robe is even better than that. The Rose Tabard is just another piece of armor. It's slightly worse than the Golden Vest, so we got that quite a while ago now. We don't really need it. And the Hercules rings that we picked up. These increase your experience gain by 50%. The fact that we only have 2 actually isn't a bad thing in this case, because Faye, of course, is always going to be higher level than everyone else, so this is for catching up if you feel the need to do that. I don't. Speed shoes, basically what you would expect them to do. They allow you to cast haste on your characters. However, this carries over to gears. Free booster, no extra fuel cost. These are the best item in the game, bar none. Here we got the Manly Mantle, which is slightly less, but defense goes up when your ally is KO'd. Now, I have him prepped with the Power Crisis for some specific battles. They're not boss fights, they're just normal enemies. So what I'm actually going to do is the hero costume, defense down when ally is KO'd, I'm going to put that on him and have him at low HP. And then I'm going to take the other one that I got there, the Manly Mantle, and I'm going to put that one on Faye. So defense up when ally is KO'd. So that way he'll have more defense if somehow Satan manages to die. And, oh, there it is. And he will, the downside of having someone dead probably won't even apply to him. King's Helmet again. Over here we have the Goddess's Robe. It's not technically the best, but let's take a look at some of the other stuff that we've got here. The Executioner Gown. We got that from one of our fights against one of Yang's gears there. It is technically the best, I think, female-only piece of gear, save for some special stuff that we'll get later. But not a whole lot to, it's better in a sense, but having the extra ether attack, specifically on Emeralda, who needs her ether damage as well, is very helpful to have. So I like to keep her with the Goddess's Robe. I might put the ultimate thing that you get on her later, once I get that, but Angelic Robe we've had before, which is basically very similar to the one that I have on the Goddess's Robe. It's just a little better. Let's see, what else do we have? Beastly Robe we got a while back. Not that it matters at this point. Golden Vest is better. And we'll be able to get more of those Golden Vests. Muscle Belt I don't care about. What else do I have here that's new? I think that's pretty close to it. Yeah. Alright. So, we still have the trader card. I'm going to find one more of these, and then I will meet you in another battle by the snowfield hideout there.
Oh my god! Twice in a row!
Alright, we're back. I don't know how I managed to do it, but the very next battle was another slugger, and I got another one right away. That never happens to me and has saved me so much time, so I'm happy about that. I was expecting, 20-30 minutes of off-screening, and it was like 5 or less with all the other stuff that I was doing. Anyway, we are now back. Oh, one thing, the slugger only is available in the forest areas, which is why I wasn't in my gears for those fights. Here, and it's specifically the one around Melchior's hut there, of course I showed you on the map whereabouts that is. These guys are on the snow area by the snowfield hideout. Now here we can just beat the crap out of them in our gears, so we might as well, it's easier. These are Neo-Tears or Neo-Tears or whatever they're supposed to be. And fighting them, you get golden hoods, which are the best unisex piece of headgear that you can get in the game. And of course, yeah, that's where I am, so there's another enemy I want to show off here that drops golden vests, so let's see if we can find that one as well. Where are you? And right on cue, there they are. That'll save me some time. I think I can kill these guys. Yeah. If you're on your feet, these are just like the, oh, what are they called from Shabbat there? Neogenics, there you go. And you'll still take they'll take 1 damage from all of your normal hits if you're not in gear form. Since we are in gear form, we break their defense and just annihilate them, and they drop the golden vests. Now, this is one of 2 places I would recommend gold farming, and there is a specific reason for why you would want to gold farm at the end of the game. But we'll go over that in more detail in a little bit here. For now, let's get back on the airship here. Whereabouts should we go? You know what? I'm just going to kind of fly over a couple of points here, and then we'll see kind of how much time's left. I know I'm running close to the end of the video as is. Now, whereabouts? See, this is where Merkava kind of burst out. So yeah, there's a nice big hole here. And as you can see, the world map looks a lot different than it used to. Now, Tower of Babel's still there. I don't know if you can actually go in there or not. But around here somewhere, there it is. There's no mark on the map for it, but this is the lighthouse. We can go there, and we'll be doing that next time. One other thing of note is if you go up here, we have a couple of islands with some desert on them. This one in particular is the one the captain of the Thames was talking about, Dune Man Isle, and we will be going there at some point as well. Do note that Bart's lair is kind of destroyed at this point. Over here is Nissan. I don't think we can actually get in there. Can we go into this thing right now? At least we can't dock at it like this. But yeah, there's the Fatima Jasper. I don't know if we can actually go in most of these locations. They don't have dots anymore. We have Bledavec over here, and I don't know if we can go in there either. I've never really tried to go in most of these places, as they don't have dots, so stopping there to check seemed kind of like a waste since we didn't really need to do anything. And over here, if we can land the ship, that would be nice. We do have access to Norturn. And there's not a whole lot we can do here either. As you can see, it's kind of late at night, and we get a strange theme playing here. Can we go in here? Can I? Thank you. Blue crystal, Imperial, and yeah, this guy you can sell all of your stuff to this guy. And that's what one of the people in the Snowfield Hideout was saying, so. Max 30, and basically it's all automated from here on, so it takes much less time. And so we can do this and get as much money as, hopefully... Stop that. There we go. Fast forward through some of this because it takes too long. But basically, this is kind of the other way of making a lot of money. And there are specific enemies around here who will drop lots of these things. So, got that. Let's do some scales. Can I do some more scales? No. Unfortunately, you never know how many you have. So let's just kind of get rid of no. Let's get rid of everything I have here and we'll start off fresh. And ivory, I think I might have, what, 1? Okay, I had 2. There we go. And there is one other thing you can do here. And, oh. Can I go in here, please? There we go. And even though there's lots of sadness going on here, look at that. We've found some friends around here. Let's talk to some people. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much is at this point. Okay, you already spoke. Shut up. I want to talk to the other one. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's sad. Pretty much everyone is at, this is the apocalypse has basically come, and it's only going to get worse because there's not much left. There's not much for supplies. There's not much left for hope. There really isn't a whole lot left at this point. Yeah, that's the one thing that's kind of here. Battling is not done yet. You can actually do a lot more battling here on Disc 2 than you could do on Disc 1. And I'm going to do exactly none of it, because I hated it when it was part of the plot, and I still hate it now. I'm horrible at it, and I don't enjoy it, so I'm not going to do anything. But I would like to, yeah. Are you done talking yet? If only I had an M disk. Yeah, this M disk is what you would have got if you had given him the 1000G way earlier in the game when we were in Nortun and kind of in the prison-like area. I think it's somewhere around the time you could go into the capital, the main part there. But yeah, we don't have... can I actually listen? Or is there just nothing there? Yeah. Don't have a disc, so we can't do anything. Now, over here, I want to find out what kind of prizes we can get, because that's pretty much the only interesting thing that there is to talk about. No. Yeah. Okay, game. I don't need to talk to you about how to exchange. It's kind of obvious. You get points, you exchange them. Shut up. Wow, you talk a lot. Normal item exchanges. Let's see what they have. Now, these do next to nothing, nothing. Those are junk. If you want to take a look at what they have, pause. We can get the rings here if you want. If you didn't pick them up earlier, I think I may have got them. We get armor for gears. We get elements. I think those are for Billy's gun, if you're interested in that. And yeah, that's about it. Nothing I want. Alright, let's see here. Let's check out the rare items. Those are probably more interesting. Wonder if they show them all. Yes, here we go. Speed Ring S, if you're interested in that, you could put that on, though the fact that we have speed rings at this point kind of, or speed shoes kind of negates the need for that. We have the Faye Jr. doll and the Bart Jr. doll. Those are kind of weird. I'll go over the dolls and the Billy Jr. doll. I'll go over those next time once I kind of, refamiliarize myself with what they do. And the Life Stone, I think that's something we could buy in Nissan way back when. Most of these things are things that we could have gotten before. You can get this, which is incredibly useful, as well as speed shoes if you want those. I would not recommend that at all. The death blowers in this game, really not useful. This I'll go over later because there's another way of getting that, and I already went over the other way of getting this. So yeah, basically you do more battles, you get points for them just like before. I've never actually gone in there, but apparently you have access to Ellie's Omni Gear, and that's the only way you have access to her Omni Gear in the entire game. But yeah, that's pretty much all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Xenogears. Next time, I will meet you. Let's see here. I'm going to farm a few more of the golden hoods and the golden vests from the enemies by the Snowfield Hideout and deck out all my characters with them because it's the best armor we can get multiples of. And yeah, then I'll probably meet you over by the lighthouse. I think that's probably a good place to start. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.